Well, you pull out and you shoot 4 times.
Yeah, the gun jammed.
Oh, the gun jammed.
Yeah, the footage Durk's people allegedly
Von got shot 4 times? I thought he got shot 6. It was some say he got shot 6, 7 times. Whatever the case, man. Then some people say the police shot Von.
Back in the streets. Lil Tim on camera saying he popped Von 4 times. Herbo admits watching his man's fall broke him. Now Durk facing life for the get back. Body cams leaking. Why now? Who pushing this? And what message they sending? The night that changed the game forever. Yo, this is the footage.
Man, the night that changed hip-hop forever. Like, bro, this is something, bro, that's never gonna stop getting talked about, bro. Like, this is a Tupac and Biggie thing all over again, fam. Like, it's not gonna be stopped talked about, bro. Like, this is something that's gonna keep getting talked about forever and ever and ever, bro. It's just one of them things, bro. It's like a Tupac and Biggie thing all over again on the slick. Like, this shit changed hip-hop forever, bro. Von getting gunned down, killed in Atlanta, bro. I remember like it was yesterday when he got killed, bro. The shit was crazy, bro. My homeboy had called me like, bro, you know, Von just got killed, bro. I'm like, what the hell? I was asleep. I was in high school. I'm like, what? Like, yeah, bro, they just killed Von. Woo-doo-woo-doo-woo. I was like, damn, who did it? He like, bro, he had an altercation with Quando Rondo. I'm like, what? Quando? I was like, oh, he ain't been young boy, and all that stuff started going
supposed to peep. Clips that Lil Durk's people allegedly never wanted hitting the timeline again. Videos that, word on the street, was getting passed around the group chats low-key before they blew up everywhere. And right in the middle of all this, smoke is Lil Tim, the dude whose name is forever attached to one of hip-hop's most controversial street situations. Because what you about to hear, straight from Lil Tim's own mouth, don't just reopen old wounds. It flips the whole script on the emotional energy behind the night that changed Chi-Town rap forever. And the wildest part about all this footage ain't just pop up out of nowhere. It ain't leak on accident. And according to folks close to the situation, it was dropped on purpose, right when the heat around Lil Durk was already at 100. Yo, the streets of Atlanta were lit on November 6th, 2020. It was like 2 in the morning when everything went left. Outside the Monaco Hookah Lounge, 2 crews were about to crash into each other in a way that would shake the entire rap game to its core. What jumped off as a random run-in between ops would spiral into years of sliding, federal indictments, and now wild footage that keeps popping up years later. To really get why this whole situation is so crazy and why Durk's people keep dropping footage about Lil Tim, we gotta break down who all the players are in this tragic story. King Von, born Davon Daquan Bennett, was a rapper from Chicago's infamous O-Block neighborhood. His bars painted pictures of that street life, pulling from his own real experiences running with the gang and dealing with violence. Von wasn't just some regular rapper. He was Lil Durk's day one, his right hand, and a star on the rise in the drill scene. By the time of that,
then like Von blew up. Von blew up so fast, bro. Like, bro didn't really, when people be, bro, he really didn't really get to like his full potential, bro. Like how he's supposed to be. Like, my opinion, bro, Von could actually, like, I think Von just give this type of, if he wanted to do something, bro, he can do it. And rapping, it fit him, that drill culture, and the way he told the stories and stuff like that, bro. It's like, damn, bro. And then it's like, he telling it so good, the things that he went through and the things that he lived through. Like, it's like, damn, bro. That's what made him blow up so quick, bro. Because it was like, dang, bro, once you listen to him, you like, this nigga really talking about some shit. And, you know, you like the storytelling, the way he was breaking it down. I could just imagine, even though he may have went to jail, but let's just say none of that would have happened and he just would have stayed rapping. Dog, he was going to be one of the, bro, he was going to have a game on chokehold, bro. The dude was, I mean, he was going up, man. He tells stories like no other, bro. Like, the nigga, like, it's crazy, man. He was definitely going to be at the top, bro. He gonna pass Durk. The much he was telling them stories and all that type of stuff, that shit was so interesting, bro. Like, That's just what I think about it. That's my
his debut studio album, Welcome to O Block, which hit number 5 on the Billboard
my favorite
200.
album.
But Von's past was hella complicated. FBI documents would later connect Von to multiple violent situations, including allegations that he put 100 racks on rival rapper FBG Duck's head. His lyrics weren't just storytelling. A lot of folks believed they were straight up confessions over drill beats. On the other side, you had Quando Rondo, a Savannah, Georgia rapper signed to NBA YoungBoy's Never Broke Again crew. And rolling with Quando was his homie, Timothy Lul Tim Leaks. These two squads had been eyeing each other for a minute, with online disses and subliminals creating mad tension between them.
Well, you pull out and you shoot 4 times.
Yeah, the gun jammed.
Oh, the gun jammed.
Yeah,
After the 4th shot?
probably like the 3rd shot.
That's Lul Tim himself, chopping it up in an interview years later, breaking down the moment that would change his whole life. According to what he said, after the stick jammed, all hell broke loose.
But after you start shooting, all hell breaks loose.
Yeah.
There were off-duty cops in the area, and they start shooting.
Right,
You end up getting shot twice?
right.
Yeah, Malcolm Stuckey.
What parts of the
I mean,
body?
not Malcolm Stuckey.
I get shot.
Not Malcolm Stuckey. I'm tripping. That's one of Von's victims. Who shot him? It was one of Von's affiliates. I think that was T-Roy brother. What's his name, bro? What's bro name? Slutty. I think Slutty. Yeah, Slutty shot Tim. Slutty shot Tim.
And my right hip bone, and I get shot on my ass.
The scene outside that
That was
hookah
like a
spot
movie,
was straight
bro.
chaos, no cap.
That's
6
crazy. That
people
shit like a movie, because it's like, damn, like, Slutty gun jam. If Slutty gun wouldn't have jammed, bro, Latin wouldn't have been here neither, probably. Latin probably wouldn't have been here neither. Bro gun jammed. Like, off a freaking movie. That's crazy, bro. Like, that's crazy. Like, his shit jammed, bro. If it wasn't for that, bro, Latin would be toodles.
shots, and 2 didn't make it that night, including King Von and O-Block affiliate Marcus Slutty Munoz, who got dropped by off-duty police officers. The off-duty cops had stepped in when the gunfire started, and in all that confusion in the dark Atlanta night, slugs were flying everywhere. Now, here's where the footage situation gets real. Body cam footage from Atlanta police hit the net in November 2024, showing the wild shootout, 12 yelling commands, shots ringing out through the night, suspects dipping, and a white Ferrari getting mentioned in the audio. The frames show a nighttime scene with whips, shadows, and people in jackets. While there ain't no direct visuals of Lul Tim getting hit, the subtitles catch police responding to shots fired and man with a gun. This footage been going viral on the socials, with accounts like Khalid Kid and Rich Ann Ray 33 pushing it heavy, with posts stacking over 9,000 likes and 2.7 million views. The captions linking this footage straight to Lil Durk's murder for hire charges claim it shows an O-Block affiliate shooting at Lul Tim before getting smoked by police. But why does this footage hit so different? Why do Durk's people keep posting it? To answer that, we gotta understand who Lil Durk really is and what King Von meant to him on a personal level. Lil Durk, born Durk Derrick Banks on October 19th, 1992, is known as one of the most influential voices in the Chicago drill scene. As the founder and head of the Only the Family collective, Durk built his empire from the trenches of Chicago's South Side. His pops got locked up for life on drug charges when Durk was just 7 months old, leaving his moms to raise him through financial struggles that sometimes meant there wasn't even enough food on the table. Dirk's come up from Inglewood to Grammy-winning status was marked by personal losses that would break most people down. His brother D-Fang got killed in 2021. His cousin OTF Newski was taken in 2014. His manager OTF Chino got hit in 2015. And then in November 2020,
that's the one of the things, like, I know Durk may be a lot of things, bro, but from the rap, when you looking for his rap, Durk, bro, then lost so many people, bro. One thing I admire about Durk, man, one thing I do like about Durk, bro, is that, bro, he really he a person you can look up to, bro, to just like never give up on your dreams, bro, because like, bro, you just gotta keep going. Like, everybody he known, bro, is just deceased, man. His brother, his cousin, and I'm not saying this is childhood friends. These ain't just people he just know of, bro. These are like real people that he like. Them niggas like slept on the same bed together, like took a shower, like, bro, like, come from that mud, like, losing people back to back, bro. And for him to stick it out, bro, with this music shit and take it all the way, bro, and just, because he been popping, and people don't understand, Durk been popping from 2011 to 2013, 14. It kind of died down a little bit, you know what I'm saying? He was kind of getting into like the singing, but he started it back from scratch, bro. And bro just kept putting out songs, and it seemed like each one, 2017, 2018, 2019, he kept putting out music, bro. And it seemed like he just kept getting better, 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 and better. I'm like, damn, Durk, really? You know what I'm saying? Because when in the beginning, it was all Chief Keef, bro. Keef was hot. Durk had to really find his lane, but when he found his lane, bro kept like consistent, man. He never gave up, man. And he started from the bottom, like, and just went up. He never gave up, bro. Like, that shit is inspirational, bro. To never give up, man. You just never know. Consistency. And that's what make Durk's situation sad, bro. Like, it's dumb because it's like, damn, bro, you work this hard, man. You got your money up. You got your team. You got married. You got married to India. It's like, bro, his whole life is just built, bro. And then now it's just like you locked up, and now it's just you fighting for your life, and now that could be like everything is gone now. Whole team just motherfucking shot at. OTF Dulo got shot. Then some of his guys going to jail. You in jail. It's like, bro, it's like his whole organization is just down. But that's crazy though, man. All them people he lost, man, and he continued to stay focused, bro, and be successful in the rapping shit.
He lost King Von, the artist he personally signed, mentored, and treated like blood. When you look at it from Durk's perspective, the pain is almost too much to comprehend. Here was a dude who had already lost so many people, watching the footage of his mans getting killed in a street altercation. And the dude who squeezed, he walked free. Lil Tim caught a murder charge but got released on a $100,000 bond in March 2021. The charges eventually got dropped in August 2023 after prosecutors said it was self-defense under Georgia's Stand Your Ground law. To the legal system, Tim ain't do nothing wrong. To Durk and his squad, this was some foul stuff that needed to be addressed. G Herbo, another Chicago rapper who went to school with King Von, talked about how devastating it was watching that footage.
How difficult was it for you to watch him get murdered on video?
It broke my heart, for sure. Like, I don't really be, like, emotional for real. Like, I'm so numb to death, I'm not a stranger to it because I've been experiencing it my whole life. But like when he died and seeing it, like it really like I'm getting emotional right now thinking about it.
That raw emotion, the anger, the grief, the feeling of being helpless helps explain why footage about Lil Tim keeps getting posted by Durk's affiliates and fan pages. Every share is a reminder. Every post is a statement. This beef
I ain't gonna lie, when the
Not
footage did come out, and you know, Von is a, you know, he was saying how many bodies and stuff he got and all that type of stuff. And, you know, when I saw it, bro, I was just like, damn, bro, like, damn, Von. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, he rapped about it, you know what I'm saying? I get it, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like Von was a saint. I get it, but you know, then Von and then Durk. Can't forget about that, though. So, bro, you reap what you sow, man. But when I saw it, though, it was like, especially like all them rappers, man, it was on camera. I was just like, damn, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, man. You know what I'm saying? But it just would come with it. And I think what upsets everybody about King Von is that they hate that it was so short. You know what I'm saying? They hated that his journey with the rap shit and his whatchamacallit was just so short, bro. They was disappointed and upset that bro had got killed, and you know he couldn't rap. You know, it's over now. It's just over, bro. They couldn't, like, people that messed some people up, bro. They were going crazy because, like, damn, bro didn't even really live out his full potential, and he was getting there, bro. And now he's just cut off now. I think that were fucking with people, his fans.
The Get Back and the Fed case. The streets got a long memory, you feel me? In the world Lil Durk comes from, debts always get paid. What the legal system called self-defense, the streets called smoke that needed to be returned. And according to federal prosecutors, that return came with bodies. On August 19th, 2022, 5 masked shooters lit up a gas station near Beverly Center in Los Angeles, letting off 18 or more rounds at Quando Rondo's whip. The target was Quando Rondo himself. Get back for what happened to King Von almost 2 years before. But Quando didn't catch none. Instead, the bullets found his cousin, Xavier Lul Pab Robinson, who got killed in the hit. Surveillance footage of this whole thing has been posted everywhere online. YouTube channels like Rap Daily been uploading videos with titles like New Footage of Lil Durk Killing Quando Rondo's Homie. The footage shows the shooters pulling up and then bouncing from the scene. A missed hit that would end up being the main piece of a massive federal case. On October 24th, 2024, Lil Durk got booked in Broward County, Florida on federal charges of conspiracy to commit murder for hire, using interstate facilities for murder for hire resulting in death, and having a machine gun during a violent crime. 5 OTF members, Kayvon Grant, DeAndre Wilson, Keith Jones, David Lindsay, and Asa Houston, got indicted right alongside him. The federal complaint paints a wild picture, no cap. Prosecutors saying Durk funded the hit using OTF bread, including flights from Chicago to San Diego and Los Angeles, hotel rooms, and straps. They claim Durk put a bounty on Quando Rondo, seeing it as necessary payback for Von getting killed. Lil Zay Osama, another Chicago rapper, talked about how he felt when Durk got knocked.
How'd you feel when Durk got locked up, though?
I ain't gonna lie, Durk a good bro. You feel me? A cool, smooth bro. Take care of his people, folks. So, you feel me? It's just like one of them things like, damn, bro. I hope bro come from under that, you know what I'm saying? I can't imagine how you feel right now being at the top right now, like, and to go in, like, in that moment, like that, like, you know? But, you know, bro gonna come back on this, out on it. He gonna do what he needs to do. He gonna come from under that.
The timing of the arrest was extra rough, for real. Durk was at the absolute top of his game. He copped a Grammy in 2024 for All My Life, featuring J. Cole. His albums were consistently hitting #1 on the Billboard 200. He had just dropped
bro,
Deep Thought.
know how, like, bro, that's hard, bro. Like, bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, like, that's crazy. Like, bro, like, he at the top of his game. Songs with J. Cole, bro. Like, that's not easy, man. Being disciplined, keeping your head on straight. You know what I'm saying? Songs ain't where they supposed to go. You know, people dying in your life. You know, people leaving you. I think he was signed to Def Jam. They wouldn't let him just be himself. They wouldn't let him put out songs. Like, bro, that can be very discouraging at times, bro. And for bro to, you know, still excel, bro, and don't let that get to him and keep on going and be at the top like that, bro, is some inspirational shit. Like, I respect that, my nigga, you know what I'm saying? Because most people can't do that, bro. Most people throw in the towel and give up, bro, and bro decide to keep going. But that's what happens, man, when you let motherfucker trick you up off the street and all that sliding for fun, man. It's more to life, dog.
In 2025, everything he had grinded for, everything he had built up from the mud in Inglewood, was suddenly on the line. But here's what makes this case even crazier: the footage situation. In March 2021, word got out about an alleged drill on Lil Tim's crib while he was on house arrest. The story goes that OTF goons slid through and started blowing through windows, and Tim had to dive for cover. Police supposedly found customized shells linked to OTF plugs. While there ain't no actual video footage of this that's public, and mad YouTube videos with titles like leaked footage are actually capped with no visuals, the incident itself was seen as OTF's first major slide after Tim got out on bond. Then came the March 2023 shooting in Savannah, Georgia, where Lil Tim reportedly caught between 4 and 10 shots but survived. While there's no public footage of the actual shooting, Tim later showed up in a music video for Left, A Stain.
I ain't gonna even lie. Something in me, when Von died, I said, yeah, this ain't gonna end well. This ain't gonna end well, bro. Even Von was in the kind of the wrong. He was the aggressor in the situation. I knew they weren't trying to hear that. Man, you killed King Von. They not trying to hear none of that. And they were, you killed them. They don't care if it was the right thing to do, this and that. They were gonna be angry, and I know some people gonna want some blood to be shed behind him.
Showing off his scars and celebrating his
No,
dropped
what
charges. He spit about his lawyer, about making it through, about being underestimated. Affiliates on both sides shared this content to either clown his survival or celebrate his resilience. The sharing of this footage serves mad purposes. For Durk's affiliates, it's about boosting street cred, keeping their fallen homies' memories alive, and maintaining the narrative of ongoing beef. These shares stay circulating on platforms like X, Instagram, and YouTube, with captions implying continued threats. Lil Durk himself addressed the underlying tension in a podcast interview, breaking down why the beef runs so deep.
Listen,
The whole situation that happened
listen, man.
with Quando.
How we live and how we go by our and I'm speaking for the whole Chicago. You ain't there. Shut the fuck up. You weren't there. So you made a diss and said something about Von. That's why I don't with you. You ain't did. You did zero.
The logic here is straightforward, no extras. From Durk's perspective,
Yeah, but
NBA Youngboy.
I see what you're saying. I see what Durk's saying, but at the same time, you can't expect young boys not to say nothing, and they've been into it. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he wasn't there, but it's just like, come on, Durk, you get it. I mean, NBA Youngboy and Von been in little altercations before they even occurred. So even if Youngboy would have got shot or died, you don't think King Von was gonna talk about it in songs? He was gonna do the same thing. He was gonna be trolling. He was gonna be talking about it. He was gonna be doing the same thing in his songs. Even if he wasn't there, even if it was insecure, he don't care. He talked about a lot of bodies and stuff like that he wasn't there. That's how it go. But I get what he's saying, but at the same time, they into it with each other. You know he gonna say something about it.
Wasn't even on the scene when Von got killed, yet he inserted himself into the situation with diss tracks. Durk sees this as disrespectful, as getting clout off his homie's death without even being there. When asked about the industry perception that he's using the beef for promo,
but at the same time, they into it with each other. They was already into it with each other. And that's maybe one of the reasons why Von went over there to punch on Quando Rondo, because Quando Rondo is affiliated with NBA Youngboy. This is artist. So they all entwined together, bro. It's crazy.
It's even more real.
What did he do? Well, what did Youngboy do for everybody want me and him think we want to kill each other?
Okay, I'm giving, and by the way, I know the Youngboy fans to be wild. I'm not representing his opinion. I'm telling you what I think his opinion is. I think that because of that incident, which was very unfortunate at the end of the day.
It's very unfortunate.
You know what I mean?
Bro.
Like, it's changed everybody's lives irreparably.
Yeah, that's everybody over.
That admission, that f***ed everybody up, shows the human
It's
cost
very
underneath
unfortunate.
all the tough talk.
Unfortunate
Lives been
situation.
destroyed, families been torn apart, and the cycle of violence keeps claiming victims on both sides. As of January 2026, Durk been sitting in the hole at MDC Los Angeles for 131 days after they caught him with an unauthorized Apple Watch, limiting him to one phone call a month and no commissary access. His lawyers arguing this violates federal regulations and the 8th Amendment. The trial, originally set for January 20th, 2026, got pushed back to May 2026 because of how complex the evidence
They gonna
is.
keep
Over
pushing it back.
30,000 pages,
They gonna
including
keep pushing that
wiretaps
bit back.
and financial records. In February 2025, Wellpab's mom filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Durk and OTF in Cook County, going after damages for the devastating loss of her son. The civil case mirrors the federal charges, adding another layer of legal problems for the Chicago rapper. The bigger picture and what's next for the culture. This whole story is about more than just two dudes, more than just leaked footage, more than just a rap beef that went deadly. This is really about how music, street life, and the digital age all crash together, where
Right.
every single moment can get captured, posted, and turned into a weapon.
And you know
Federal
something? And see, I believe if Von and Durk were like together on some shit, like if they were together and they didn't get that case caught, maybe Von would have lived a little bit longer. Because you gotta think about it. Von come from the street. She don't know nothing about no rap industry. This guy comes from the street, man. I mean, he that boy don't know nothing about no rapping. He's been shooting guns at people and they've been shooting at him. He's been in and out of jail. His life has anything to do with rapping, according to what they say, and his lifestyle. No rapping, bro. He had little homies like Chief Keef maybe from the same block that rap, but that's never his thing. He wanted to be the biggest gangster gangbanger. Like that was his thing. He no rapping. So Von is kind of new to everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? Von is kind of new to everything. And you can't have one foot in the streets and in the rap game. It don't work like that. You can't be doing street stuff and then try to be a rapper. No. You be a businessman. You a rapper, bro. Leave the street stuff alone. Don't associate yourself with the streets. Don't do none of that, bro. It's either you a rapper or you a street nigga. I mean, either one of the two, but you got to get out the streets, man. But them boys can't let that go, man. And I think that be the downfall of them. You know, it's the saying. What's the saying is they always say, you could take the hood, you could take the boy out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the boy. And I think that's very true. Von, everybody's saying, man, they shouldn't have told him about that. Which I agree with that in a certain degree, but it's just like, bro, you a grown ass man, bro. That man a grown ass man. Man, bro, you got to know, man, we ain't finna do this. Von got to know, man, we ain't finna do that, bro. Nah, man, I'll catch him another time, or bro, we on some more shit. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna do it. But at the time, he probably wasn't thinking like that, bro. Von was just hothead. I was a hothead, bro. And you can't do that once you in the rap industry, man. You got to send somebody else to go do your dirty work or something like that. Because you are the ticket. You the person that has the money. And if you go down, everything around, it just falls apart. You can't have one foot in and one foot out. No, it's either this, bro, or that. And see, maybe if Durk was with him, maybe little Durk would have been like, hell nah, gang, we on some old shit. We ain't worrying about them, bro. We don't know what they do. We don't know what they got or what's going to happen. You know, we just going to avoid all this, bro. You know what I'm saying? To live another day, bro. We ain't worried about this. We ain't got nothing to prove. Motherfucker know how we get down. Let's go ahead and get this money. Let's do this, bro. We ain't even worrying about that. You know what I'm saying? But it was an unfortunate situation that happened. It's crazy, man.
Prosecutors been calling OTF an association in fact enterprise involved in violence, including bodies and assaults, to keep their status and handle their scores. They using Durk's bars, his social media moves, and what his affiliates been doing as evidence in a case that could have him locked up for life. Attorney Manny Aurora, who represented Durk before in a 2019 attempted murder case in Atlanta, broke down how prosecutors move in these types of situations.
And the thing about Atlanta is, and that's one of the knocks I have with our DA, everything's either a RICO, as you learned from the YSL case, or everybody's a gang member. If you've got a tattoo and you hang out with a couple other folks, you're in a gang. That's just how it works. And the reason we do that in Georgia is if you can imply to the judge that there's a gang connection in your indictment, the rules of evidence relax a lot.
This legal play, using gang enhancement charges to make convictions easier to get, has been getting more and more common in cases with rappers. But it brings up some uncomfortable questions about how the lines between spitting bars and criminal evidence have gotten all blurred up. G Herbo dropped probably the realest perspective on why cats like King Von have such a hard time leaving street life behind, even after they make it.
I feel like, I'm not even gonna feel like, I feel like this is the truth. It's just like, when that in you is in you, like that just, it's easy for you. Like you gotta work harder on not doing something to somebody than anything else. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, I think you feel like when you know what you're capable of and you feel like somebody playing with you, you would just do something. Like it would just make you.
How you let them play with you?
The psychological reality is real talk. For young dudes who grew up surrounded by violence, who learned from jump that being strong means never backing down, switching to a normal life is damn near impossible. The fame don't change who you are at your core. The money don't erase.
That's what I was just saying, and I think that was a hard transition for Von. You know what I'm saying? And I wish he could have kind of learned, like, bro, you just can't go off that, you know. And I know it's hard because it's easy for me to say because, you know, I didn't grow up, you know, in the hood full of gangbangers, GD, BDs, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't grow up like that, bro. So it's probably easy for me to say that. But, you know, as a guy, you already trying to be the tough, you know, protect and all that. Don't let nobody play with you. But once you get older and mature in what the things that you're doing, man, you can't be in this street stuff because you're going to go to jail. You can get killed. Like, you have to think more on the logical standpoint. Thinking long term. Thinking ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, but we can't do this. You know what I'm saying? Or we mess up everything, Jew.
Survival instincts that got burned into your brain from years of living in war zones that looked like regular neighborhoods. Herbo kept going, explaining why Vaughn specifically couldn't just walk away from it.
Bro, I ain't on this no more. It's like you gotta. It take a little minute to adjust though.
Okay.
It's not like a snap of a finger.
Okay.
Like, Vaughn wasn't a millionaire for years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like he still was
He was
fresh
still trying to
and
stack.
coming out the streets.
That's what I
you know
was,
what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
he getting his money, he doing what he doing, but it take you a long time to really process that this is my life.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's like naturally he really still a street. So he gonna react like how a street react.
That breakdown cut straight to the heart of this tragedy. King Von had only been eating for about 2 years when he got killed. He ain't have time to adjust, to process that he could actually escape the life that made him who he was. So when confrontation came, he reacted the only way he knew how, and it cost him everything. As for the ongoing sharing of footage, the pattern serves mad purposes in the digital age. For OTF affiliates and fan pages, every share of footage related to Lul Tim or the King Von shooting is a reminder that the beef ain't over, a flex of street cred, a form of psychological warfare, a way to keep their fallen homies' memories alive. Recent updates as of January 2026 show that Durk's trial got pushed to May 4, 2026, with a pretrial conference set for April 13th. Prosecutors planning to call cooperating witnesses, a reality that has OTF affiliates sharing footage and making posts about rats with increasing frequency. Durk's mom has publicly said that fewer and fewer people been showing up to support him at each court date. His wife, India Royale, keeps pulling up, but the dwindling support speaks to the isolation that comes with federal charges this heavy. The question now is, what's going to happen next? If Durk catches a conviction, he's looking at life behind bars. Prosecutors originally wanted the death penalty, but dropped it in June 2025. Either way, his career as we know it would basically be wrapped. A tragic ending for someone who represented hope for so many people in Chicago. If he beats the case, the beef continues. The footage gonna keep circulating. The diss track's gonna get more intense, and the next tragic chapter in this saga becomes inevitable. Lil Zay Osama probably put it best when he was talking about how folks from Chicago are perceived.
But you know, certain people from Iraq, like, they think out of town be put, like they think out of town they take, man, you know, it's killers everywhere. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Be thinking like,
facts, bro.
man, we'll do the same thing, bro. You feel what I'm saying? But that's crazy, bro.
The footage that they keep posting ain't just content, it's evidence of a wound that won't heal. Every body cam clip, every surveillance video, every social media post
That's what
about
people
Lil
fail to
Tim
realize.
is
They be thinking, bro, it's a King Von everywhere, bro. In every hood, my nigga, who on the same type of timing, man. So you guys to be on your P's and Q's.
scar marking a conflict that has consumed lives, destroyed families, and now threatens to end the career of one of hip-hop's biggest stars. At the end of the day, this story is a mirror reflecting the darker corners of American culture back at us. It shows how trauma creates more trauma, how violence leads to more violence, and how even success and racks can't break cycles that have been spinning for generations. The footage gonna keep getting shared, the comments gonna keep flooding in, and somewhere, young cats are watching all of this go down, learning lessons that nobody should have to learn. That's the real tragedy here. It ain't just about Durk or Vaughn or Tim. It's about all the young people who peep this story and take in its message, that beef never dies, that loyalty demands blood, and that the only way out of the streets is in a casket or a cell. Maybe, just maybe, this story can serve as a warning instead of a blueprint. But looking at
they don't
comments under every piece of footage, seeing the way fans celebrate,
they don't understand that part, bro. I always say it in every video, man, either dead or in jail. Where you heading at when you continue to play in these streets, man. If you gonna rap, bro, be a rapper. You know, I love to use Chief Keef as a great example. He don't associate himself with no street, no paying for putting hits on people. He is a true winner. True winner in Chicago, bro. He is thriving, man. Because you know what? He left those streets behind. But it's like Durk, I'm disappointed in Durk. Because Durk been in this thing for longer than forever. And if he did do this, bro, this is crazy, man. It's crazy. But shout out to Keith, man, because, you know, he left that stuff behind, bro, long time ago. That's why the man is still out free with his family, messing with hoe and doing everything else, my nigga, living his life. That's how Durk's supposed to be. But man, y'all get in the comments below, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe if you're brand new, man. And we out, y'all.